Don't you worry, the clip's about to begin, but don't forget to subscribe. Or else, don't make me turn this website around.
We're gonna go to Matt. Matt's been waiting a while. Hi Matt, how you doing?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hi, Matt.
Yes, Mike.
Good, how are you?
What would you talk about? Good. Very good. Thanks.
So,
What was this talk
I guess I should give a little bit of backstory first.
Okay.
So I grew up extremely fundamentalist Baptist,
about? Okay.
and I kind of hung on to that until graduate school, where in graduate school I kind of realized a lot about myself. First, I realized I was atheist and I really didn't believe in any of the stuff that I was taught. But I also realized that I was gay. So at the time, when I wanted to tell my family, I wanted to kind of pick my battles. And this was back in 2012. So I came out to my parents, and at first they really weren't okay with it. But they came around and everything's okay with that. And within the last year, I finally came out to them about being an atheist. And the reaction from my mom was pretty much always sorrow and crying that I'm going to go to hell and that she failed as a mom. And I was planning on visiting them since they're not far, and I've been quarantined for quite a while for Christmas, and I kind of want to avoid the Christmas just being her really upset about that. And I don't know if you guys have any suggestions about how to handle a situation similar to that.
I'm going to be honest here. My mother I have still never used the A word with my mother.
Really?
Yeah, no, she knows I don't go to church. But yeah, no, I've never actually had that conversation with her. And Matt, you hit the nail right on the head there, because I know she's not going to shun me. She will accept me for who I am. I'm not worried about being exiled from the family or disenfranchised or whatever. But it's because I know she will take that as a "what did I do wrong raising you?" And I don't know if I can bring myself to have that conversation with her. Especially because in our adult years, I've been the good child. She doesn't speak to my brother anymore. There's a mutual thing going on there. I'm not entirely sure how that even started. And my sister has always been kind of the black sheep. They get along and everything, but she, religiously, my sister is not Christian. Last I heard, she was Wiccan, but that was years and years and years ago. She doesn't really talk about religion, so I don't know what her modern views are. So yeah, it is part I'm the last child that she has hope for, I guess. So yeah, I can commiserate with you on that. I understand that feeling. As far as getting through the holiday season, I would say I would maybe even just avoid religious topics. Go to church with her if she wants you to. Don't push don't start arguments about. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I would just
that's a fine line for me. I don't know, maybe you'll disagree with me, Vice, but if she now knows that you're an atheist and is attempting to get you to go to church, that almost seems as though it's a form of disrespect of what you believe.
Okay. This might be where my experience differs, because my mother is a member. She's a lay worship leader in the United Church of Canada, which is a very, very liberal denomination. So
yeah, mine's a little bit different than that. The church that I go to, well, what my mom goes to, is one of those super far right, talk about QAnon theories and super anti-gay, super Trump, really fundamentalist.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, I would say stick to your guns, but let her know that you still love her, sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I can line up with Vice on that. I don't think that you should be put in that environment, because that's an environment where she's putting you somewhere knowing who you are and what you believe.
Well, especially because I'm not gay, so that's obviously another point of difference in our experiences. And it's actually, I find it telling that you coming out as gay almost seemed to go over better than coming out as atheist? I mean, I can kind of understand that too.
Yeah, I was surprised by that too. Which is why I was kind of okay with coming out as atheist, because since they ended up taking it so well, I thought it would be kind of a walk in the park, but it was like a completely different experience.
Well, that might be a sign that it's because she does love you, though, and she could see you being gay as something that you could potentially kind of like repent from and still be saved and be with her for eternity. Whereas once you're an atheist, like, deal's done, right? Like, that's it. Like, you've outright rejected the Holy Spirit at that point. You are burning for eternity. That's it. And if she really totally fully believes it, then she believes that something pretty horrible is going to happen to you, and it's going to be done by somebody that she loves. So that's a lot to grapple with when you put yourself in the shoes of somebody who believes it.
She's probably experiencing some cognitive dissonance with that, where like, right. I love God, but God's going to do this to my son, who I also love.
Yes. And she knows she can't change God's mind, so maybe she's hoping that she can change yours. So you have to kind of put yourself in those shoes. But in relation to Christmas, I mean, do you think that it's going to be something that she's going to attempt to broach with you? Like, this topic is something that she is going to bring up, or is it something that you guys can have a healthy interaction and be avoided? Like, just carry on as normal?
I'm pretty sure that she'd bring it up. She's very open about talking about things she's not okay with.
Oh, okay. So she's not the queen of subtlety. Got ya. All right. So do you feel as though it would be a healthy environment for you to be in?
I mean, possibly. The only other thing that I was thinking about is like fake it and be like, oh yeah, I found the light, blah blah blah. And I don't know if that would make it easier, but that's also extremely dishonest. And I don't know if that's.
You shouldn't have to pretend to,
because I mean, like,
that might short term. That might be easier short term, but in the long term, that would be much more difficult. It's much easier just to be who you are,
right? Because you're gonna have to find. It still sounds like
to bring this back around to my experience with my mother. Like, the only reason I haven't used the word atheist with her is because she hasn't asked me. If she does directly confront me about it, I'm not lying to her.
Right.
Okay.
So that's kind of my position on that.
The person that loves you more than anybody, if they do love you, shouldn't have to lie about who you are in order to retain that.
Yeah.
It's a really new thing right now for her, so it's probably going to take her some time to grapple with. So you're probably going to have to find your footing in a relationship with her. And if that relationship is something that both of you value and want to retain, it may take time, but you'll get there. And you won't get there by avoiding each other or lying to each other. It's like you may have to, suffer through a season of tribulation to speak the language that I'm sure she probably speaks. There's going to be a season of tribulation as a result of this. See, I get you. I get you, Matt. So, yeah, I think that you're going to have to... if it's something that you want, if it's something that you're invested in and want to retain this relationship with your mother, and it sounds like it is, you need to be honest with her and set healthy boundaries about, if you get to the point that having the discussion with her is something that you feel is too difficult, it's causing too much turmoil between you or other people or, whatever, you start setting healthy boundaries. Just say, you know what, Mom, I love you. I love you very much. I came here because I wanted to enjoy my time with you. We're not utilizing the time, the small amount of time that we do have together, especially in the current climate, to enjoy each other. And that would be my preference. Can we leave this subject for now? Like, maybe we can visit it again at some other time when we're both ready. But right now, I'm not ready. Can you respect that? That way, you're not closing it door,
I think that's
but you're
extremely helpful.
Okay, good. I hope that works for you, and I wish you all the best, Matt. Thanks. I hope it works out well. I'm sure.
If it's okay, I want to say one more thing before I go. I just want to thank you guys because through quarantine, I've been binging both of you guys' stuff, and it's been making it a lot more easy.
Oh, I'm God, thank you. Vice is better than me, but I'm here too.
It depends what you're
Both are
looking
great.
for. I don't talk about
We both
psychology
do very
ever.
Yeah, and I don't talk about evolution ever. We both do exceptionally different things, I think, but
Yeah.
so we cover the gamut between the two of us. Thank you very much for calling, Matt. I hope that it was helpful, and I hope that it goes well for you. I have high hopes. Hopefully, you'll find your way to a healthy relationship, despite you being a
Thank you so much.
godless heathen.
And it definitely was helpful.
Good, Matt. I'm glad. All right. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks so much. Bye.
Cool. Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for checking out this clip for The Line. While you're here, hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and then share this with that bitter uncle of yours who loves talking about the good old days.